Today, I'm going to bring an earwax remover. I know a lot of people cringe to that thought of removing wax from your ear, but we're going to take a look at this module system and we're going to test it out with an actual iPad, and we're going to see what we're looking inside our ears and see how it works. And pretty much it's unique. You're going to need a Wi-Fi connection, it tells you, and it has a 3.5 millimeter lens, of course, and it could work on Android or iOS phones, of course. Now the system itself is very small, real tiny. You don't need any other module. It just connects wireless to your system. Of course, you're gonna need some applications before that. And just to let you guys know, the actual vendor was kind enough to send this out. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what you get. So first of all, you get all these little modules. If you guys can see it, these are actually little grabbers and little systems to actually get rubber ends, and they're not that long, so because you don't want to damage your eardrum too. And just be sensitive about that, be cautious of what you put in your ear too, and make sure that these are actually set up properly, because if they're a little loose, you don't want anything wriggling around your ear too. So be cautious about this. And also what I recommend you guys is sanitize them before you use them. And if you could replace these, you could buy individual ones more if you use them. Try not to set them up and use them too many times. Get rid of them, trash them, and just buy extra ones. They sell them online too. So we're gonna move this on the side, and then what we get is we actually get a micro USB. All right, and that's pretty much to charge the system itself. And then you actually get the system itself here, and it's like the size of a pen. This is actually one of the smallest ones I ever seen and I ever used, to be honest with you. But let's go ahead and see how it works. And then of course they give you one of the little grabbers in here, and there's a little camera, a tiny little big camera, if you guys can see it in there. I can't even focus in it, but there's a little camera in there. And then there's just one button here. That's pretty much it. It's the home button. And then, of course, they give you the actual instructions. They're embedded in the actual box itself, too. So bottom one where it says iOS, that's where we have to go. We're going to look for this one right here in particular. So it could go to either Droid or iOS. So we're going to put our camera, and then we look for the actual icon. And they found it there. And then as soon as you click on it, it'll take you straight to the actual application. Some of these applications do require to sign in. Some of them don't. Right now it's giving us two options. So we say iOS because this is an actual iPad that we're going to go into it. Retry connection. And it's going to kick us into the actual application. Get the application. You need to verify this stuff. You need to verify. It's going to download the application. And that's you're going to be able to connect to the actual application, to the actual hardware. So you could do other various applications too that work with it, but this one in particular has all the connections set up for it. So let's go ahead and set it up and see how it works. Hardware here, we're going to connect, we're going to turn it on, and it's going to go into a Bluetooth mode, kind of a blinking mode. If you guys can see, it has a light here, and we're going to go ahead and say next. Now it's asking us to actually go into the application, go to the wireless device and look for that one. It's going to connect automatically. So you go to your wireless, which you go to look for settings, go to the wireless devices, and then you look for that actual particular model that it told you. And if you guys can see it, it's right there. So you click on that one and it's going to connect automatically. Then you go back, once it connects to it and it says it gives you an actually connection established. We're going to go, and it doesn't have internet, but we have a connection established. So we go back into the application, hit OK, hit next, and there it is right now, automatically picked up, and then you can just get it to go. So we're going to go ahead and do this, zoom in. This is actually my iPad, and if you guys can see it, I'm going to actually put it in my ear and go into there. The little scooper works really good. That's pretty much it. I mean, this is pretty accurate. If you guys can see, look at the camera. And I'm gonna put my finger so you guys can see some of the stuff really in depth. So you can see some of the port. And the quality of it is really good. I actually enjoy it. And I use the iPad better than an actual iPhone because it's a larger screen too. This is an 11-inch screen. So you could take this off and change the little, you could actually change these tips off, completely off. And if you guys can see it, and it has a nice little bright light. If you guys can see that. I like that feature, and it highlights the whole thing, and then you're able to actually grab whatever's in your ear. So overall, this thing is pretty awesome. I mean, it's short, so you won't have to damage your actual eardrum, so be careful about it. Try to do this in a safe environment. Make sure you change the tips out. All right, replace them every time you use them. Try not to use them various times. Wipe them out. Sanitize them prior to using them. The camera overall, I'm using an iPad, a larger screen. Everything's working great. So hope you guys enjoy the video. 99.6 of you are not subscribers in my channel. I hope that the content helps you out and that you find it very useful. And I hope you hit the like and subscribe.